Clippers. They've got Paul George. Greg, you played over a decade in the NBA. Is there an opening day that you remember most that sticks out in your mind?
No doubt. The very first time I put on that Knicks jersey, you know, your rookie year, the game was in Orlando. I got to play 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, especially on a really good team. And it was an awesome experience. That was a moment you had dreamt of your entire life if you grew up wanting to play basketball, man, and I was pumped.
That's a great story. Caldwell Pope passes to McGee. Now James, 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. He dishes it to Williams. James, the pass to Zubac. Good, and the assist goes to James. Zubac has got his second bucket tonight.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now here's James. He's covered by Shamet. It's LeBron with the drive, and it's McGee with the jam.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Zubac finds James. And Leonard gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 2.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
So it's the Lakers now. James dishes to Caldwell Pope. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor, and he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility, and offense is tertiary to his contributions.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
He misses the free throw.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
James kicks to Williams. Fires for 3. That one's not going to go. And the Lakers going the other way now. Here's Kuzma. They get it back. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And this, the first action for Junior in the NBA. A lot, Greg, to like about the future for this young player.
All the hard work and grind that Junior's put in his whole life, it's all led to this moment. Without a doubt, this is something he'll never forget.
James looking it over. 6 to shoot. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Par for the course for James. I mean, he forces his man to overcommit, gets the bucket, and draws the foul.
Cobb's checked in for Williams. The Lakers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
It's stolen by Morris. They get a hand on it, and stolen by James. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Yep, that one goes in there. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen, can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
1:06 left here in the first quarter. The Lakers trail. LeBron with it. He has 7. Makes it off the glass. James has got 9.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
44 seconds left to play here in the first. Cobb passes to James. It's stolen by Morris. To the middle. Here's Caldwell Pope. The shot missing. Great D that time from James. Greg Jr., as you know, taken in this year's draft. He didn't last long on the board, and this team jumped on the chance to draft him.
There are a lot of high upside players in the draft, but none more so than Junior. He's an athletic monster and could end up being the best player of this class.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Ivica Zubac. Cobb is out there with Junior. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Shamet in at the 3. And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Kuzma brings the double team. Lets it go from deep, and the 3 ball is good. Shamet's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Here's Leonard. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Lakers trail by 4. And stolen by James. By himself. And the dunk by James.
You can't leave someone open around Cobb. When you do, he makes sure to hurt you for that mistake.
James against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Kuzma. And here is Morris. Clock at 6. Caldwell Pope against James. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
LeBron kicks to Kuzma. The three-pointer is right on target.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
And the Clippers call time here.
And, Clark, it was a roller coaster season, to say the least, for Kyle Kuzma.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
The pass to McGee. Got a piece of it, and stolen by James. And Junior, coming into the NBA from college ball, wasn't the top recruit from his class, Greg, but he showed what he can do.
Junior had some fantastic performances during his college career. Nobody was quite sure where he would land in the draft. This team's convinced that he can be a factor in the NBA.
Caldwell Pope outside. It's hauled in by Beverly. The Clippers in the lead. And now the Clippers on the break for the finish. And James throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Caldwell Pope against Beverly. Back to Rondo. Pass to McGee. Lakers passing it around. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Defended by Beverly. And again, the Lakers no good. Clippers leading by 3. It's stolen by Rondo. And stolen by James. And the dunk by James.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Here's Rondo. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
You know, with Rondo's tenure in the league, he's been around now for over a decade and a half. He continues to give you flashes of that burst.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Passes it to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
James finds Leonard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Clippers leading by 4. Pass to Beverly. Back to James. And James throws it down.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
That's tipped. Inside, Leonard. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Lakers trail by 8. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Rondo against James. Rondo looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Kuzma. Pulls up on the wing. That one, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because...
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Kawhi Leonard. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. James checked in for George. And it's Cobb in for Patrick Beverly. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Morris comes in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for LeBron. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Danny Green. So the Lakers 5 right now. Rondo and Caldwell-Pope in the backcourt. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris. And it's McGee in at the center. Cobb comes with the double team. And again, no good by the Lakers. And it's the Clippers' ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. And that one, good. James has got 10 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope. 6 points for him. Looking to get back on track here. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Landry Shamet. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Morris, no good.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. Rondo kicks to McGee. Back to Rondo. The three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And Cobb gets it to go. And a look at the #1 overall pick in the draft, Hendricks Cobb, an incredible athlete who has the potential to be a game changer for this team.
Born in New Jersey but grew up in Louisiana, Cobb has been used to the spotlight for a long time. He has all the tools to be a superstar in short order.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Clippers leading by 10. Back to James. Clippers moving the ball around. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Softly drops in the floater. Rondo's got 12 in the game.
You look at Rondo, he's got a nice touch, but he's adaptable too. I mean, he can change and alter his release point. The floater is one of the many moves that he can go to with confidence.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
James checked in for Rajon Rondo.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. .30 seconds left to play in the third. There's the feed to James. Here's Morris. McGee with the block. Green against James. Green dishes to McGee. Back to Green. Kuzma outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Kuzma's got it back down to single digits for the Lakers. Here's Leonard. Great touch on the 16-footer. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Clippers ahead. They're up by 11. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Lakers trail by 11. They've got Junior. Reggie Jackson out there with Kyle. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in a power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Kuzma can't get it to go. And for the Clippers, their shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Stolen by McGee. Kuzma outside. He kicks to Green. Kuzma outside. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 7 rebounds in the game. Over Morris. He can't hit that time. And it's the Lakers the other way. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
That one drops for him.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. To the inside. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Kuzma.
Kuzma excellent at using his height and touch to perfection. Very confident player.
Back to James. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Here's James. Here's Jackson. Morris trying to free himself up, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Knocks it loose. Outside Rondo. Fires from deep. Good on the triple.
You know, when Rondo is at his most effective, he's setting up people, but he's also getting some points for himself on the perimeter. Then the passing lanes really open up for him, and he can give you real headaches when that happens.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
6 on the shot clock. Morris finds James. From deep. And James pulls it down. James has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's James, and James throws it down hard.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Green kicks to Rondo. Rondo is doubled. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. They kick it out to Green from past the arc. But they recover it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And
here's James. Here's Patterson. Rebound the Lakers. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
when Davis gets going like this, there's no way you can stop him, giving you his entire package right now.
And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that three is going to be vital.
The drive by James. Good on the bucket. James has got 10 points in the quarter.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
1:30 left to play in the final quarter. Waiters. Here's Dudley. Top of the key, Bradley. And here's McGee. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Bradley's got his first basket of the night.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Junior.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against the Lakers. That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. Here is Cook. Dudley the pass to Cook. Lakers working the ball around now. Waiters no luck. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McGee in the high post. High quality look, and he sinks it.
Hey, there's a reason why he shoots such a high percentage, guys. I mean, he picks smart shots, high-quality shots, and close shots that he takes.
James dishes to Green. The pass to Shamet. Feeds it to Green. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Now into the lineup for the Lakers. Marquise Morris.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.